It's time to give away our game ball, sponsored by Fairway. But before we do that, we want to shine the spotlight on our Week 3 recipient, Drew Kingery. He's one of the best players in the state, but college football isn't really an option for his future. Find out why not in this story. Drew Kingery is one of the most lethal weapons in the state.
He has deceptive speed, he runs great routes, excellent hands, and when we need someone to make a play, he's someone that we're looking to throw to.
Kingery leads 4A with 5 touchdowns and is in the top 10 with over 200 yards receiving. Last year, he led the class in yards with 952 and was second in touchdowns with 14. And it's not empty stats either. Indianola is 3-0 and ranked 5th, fresh off of a 9-2 season.
It's great to score touchdowns and have a great season personally, but really all I care about is getting the win.
By just watching his highlights, one could assume that Kingery has been playing out here for a long time, but believe it or not, he didn't even go out his sophomore year.
I wanted to focus on basketball, and COVID hit and there was just a lot of questions, so I just decided to take that year off.
I kept telling him he was going to regret it for the rest of his life, and then he decided he didn't want that burden on him.
Sitting up in the stands, watching everyone play, I realized I made a big mistake. I was like, I just missed it.
So Drew wiped the dust off his cleats and went back to the turf.
Just a great surprise as a coach, because I knew how talented he was as an athlete, his ability to make plays.
You've seen what he can do on the field, but he's one of the best players on the hardwood in Iowa. He's ranked as a 3-star prospect by 24/7 Sports.
The sports aren't that much different. You got to have good footwork and good hand-eye coordination. So I'd say a lot of the jumping does come from basketball, because to jump up for rebounds or jump up for a dunk, it's a lot about timing.
On the football field, his basketball skills, make him such a tough matchup. Like you said, we feel very confident in his ability to go up and make a play against anyone, and vice versa. We feel that football helps him be tougher and more physical on the basketball court.
Kingery is one of the best examples of success for athletes that choose to not specialize.
We're still a community that really promotes multi-sport athletes, so I think it's really good for our younger athletes to see, hey, Drew Kingery is a really good basketball player, but he's also a really good football player that in my opinion could go play at a very, very high level.
I don't know why he's not playing later, but basketball is always his favorite.
He hasn't made a commitment to any school yet, but Drew does plan on playing D1 basketball next year. But when his football career does come to an end, it will always hold a special place in his heart.
Well, I'm going to miss it for sure. That'll be a big impact. And, just football is a different sport than basketball. It's more of a team game, and there's a lot of more lessons that you learn from football that you don't really get in other sports.
From Indianola, Jake Brent.
It's nice knowing once we get in the red zone, we can throw it to Drew.
Local 5 Sports. And this week's game ball is going to none other than Titus Cram. Titus had 3 rushing touchdowns, an interception that we saw in the highlights. And this is kind of like a season game ball, because we hadn't been able to give it to him yet, but he had, I think, week 2, 350 rushing yards.
Yeah, he's been balling out.
Yeah,
simply put.
He's one of the best players in the state, and this is well-deserved. So, Titus, we'll get this ball to you early this week.
Good stuff. Well, we are wrapping things up here on Friday Night Blitz, and when we come back, we'll put a bow on week 4 with our final thoughts.